Hi guys and welcome to Gadget Reviews. So I really wanted to make this video because such things really bother me, and I do know I can't do anything about that, but I just want to talk about it because I don't really see anyone talking about this, and such things are just something that I can't help but notice. So what's going on? About 2 days ago, I think, Alicia Vikander's pictures on the set of the new Lara Croft movie surfaced, and we saw them, basically, or at least I did. And first I want to clarify that when I heard that Alicia Vikander is going to play Lara Croft, I was very disappointed because she doesn't fit the type. And I think that it's very important for a character, for the actor to fit the type, you know. Like, imagine if Armie Hammer played Superman. He is a very handsome fella, but he's even actually hairier than Henry Cavill. Never mind, he's not Superman type. He doesn't have the exact jaw, he doesn't have that exact model look. He is handsome, but he's just not that type. And it's very important for the actor to fit the character and to fit that type, because if not, there's just some disconnect. It's like anyone can wear the clothes, anyone can play that, you know. So let's discuss this. I don't think Alicia Vikander fits Lara Croft at all. Now let's look at some pictures here. On the internet there's a lot of comparison pictures that I'm going to show you, actually a lot of those. And you can see most definitely that Alicia Vikander has no resemblance to Lara Croft. And Lara Croft is, as you know, a game character, and she always kept a certain look to her. That is a certain look in terms of a type. Her body type, she always was very feminine, with the big boobs, enough booty, very well developed hips, very good woman proportions overall. And Alicia Vikander is not that type, not in her face even, and not in her body. And we will see again that I will prove to you that with all those pictures, of course. Here you can even see what's the big difference. That is not even the best picture that I have here, but it's very good comparison, and you can definitely tell that they're totally different type of a woman, of a girl, whatever you can call it. But I just hate that, guys. I just hate when those things does not align, because it's very important, like I've said in my video about Superman, you know, my Superman rant even. In the new game Injustice, Superman just looks like a truck driver. He doesn't look like Superman in the face at all. He doesn't resemble Superman's features. It's so like character breaking in that regard, because then it's such a disrespect from that side that it's just like, oh yeah, so anyone can be Superman then. And this is very similar. So they're already screwing that up. And that is very funny, actually. That is a picture from Collider Videos. They made this combination. And even from that combination you can tell right away, although that's Lara Croft's body, that's Alicia Vikander's head. And it's such a disconnect. Alicia Vikander, guys, is a very good actress. I know that she's Oscar winner and so on, but who the hell cares? As a video game fan of the game, which are going to be maybe the majority of the audience, it's safe to say that I think at least half of the audience is going to see Lara Croft that, you know, play the games. We freaking know that this is not Lara Croft, and we absolutely don't care if it's an Oscar winner that plays Lara Croft or not, because the looks very important first. And I'm sure that there are a lot more capable actresses out there. There are a lot newer actresses that we don't even know that are like so good that you can't even imagine. And that is how Lara Croft should freaking look like. See? See, she's very distinctive type, you can say. Very warm eyes, very soft features, very sexy, very feminine, very everything pretty much. I mean, wow, she's amazing. Not super skinny type, because Alicia Vikander, guys, she looks just like someone that should be in an old dress from like 100 years ago, in a castle, in a ballroom. Okay, maybe a lot more than 100 years ago. You know what I mean? She's that type of this very thin and very like fragile princess, even if you like. Definitely not Lara Croft. Again, Alicia Vikander just has that type. It's not that she's not beautiful, it's not that she's not a woman or something like that, but she just doesn't fit the bill, damn it. Another example you can see here, because this is the old model of Lara Croft and she still is covering the femininity part of it. She's still the same type, although the old model and the new model now look totally different, because we are much advanced now in video game graphics in terms of people especially. So now she's made humanly proportioned and a lot more real, but it's still the same type. Although this is an old model, she is still the same type of a woman, and Alicia Vikander is nothing like that. Another very good example here. I don't want to repeat myself, but I probably will. There's so many good examples, guys. Don't get me wrong. Again, I said she's just a different type. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to insult her or something, but Lara Croft, although they didn't make her boobs as big as in the old games, she's very feminine, very well proportioned, very sexy. You can see that she's hot as hell. Her features are much different in the face, body, everything. Alicia Vikander is a lot more flat in every aspect, basically. And again, even if she wasn't flat, her face still is not fitting the bill at all. Again, it's obvious. Moving on. I don't know how much more obvious we can get, but wait, we are going to get to the set pictures as well. But first, a quick talk about Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. I never considered Angelina Jolie the exact type of Lara Croft, but she did cover like 80-something% at least of that. I mean, in the face, she's a bit much for the character. Lara Croft is not exactly, you know, that. I mean, she's very close, she's so close, but she's not quite there in the face. In the body, she's exactly that, exactly what she should be. Yeah, I mean, classic, feminine figure, nothing more, nothing less. Just, yeah, perfect, actually. Yeah, absolutely. As a way of acting, as the way that the character was back then presented, no, she was very weak. And a lot aspects in the fighting, even her line of thought. I didn't consider her at all worthy exactly of Lara Croft. Lara Croft was always more smart, a lot better fighter, and Angelina Jolie was portraying the fighting very sucky. She didn't do it with drive. She didn't execute the moves with drive. Just not on point, you can say. Not a lot of actresses have that sense for fighting, sense for violence, sense for how you should kick someone's ass, what you should put into that move, into that acting, what your character will feel when you do that. One of the reasons that I love Xena so much, that's just one of the reasons that I love Lucy Lawless as an actress so much, is the way that she executes all the fighting stuff, because she's doing that with such a drive. You can tell that she, although she really hated actually the fighting scenes, she kicked everyone's ass like it's nobody's business. She did it so good. It's in my head right now. It's just in front of my eyes how she kicked asses, fought, punched, swing the sword, everything. Such a drive, and I barely seen that ever in any actress. Every time that element is lacking. So for me to say that somebody is doing the action scenes or the fighting scenes very well, I mean a woman, like that actress did playing Wonder Woman in that incredible and very cool Wonder Woman versus Wolverine, you know what I'm talking about. That's why I gave her so much props, because she had it all. She had the drive, the fire in her eyes, the intent in her moves, the intent in her facial expressions. And not every actress really has that. I don't really think that Angelina Jolie really had that. She tried to portray something like that, but it wasn't at all there, at least not for my standards of that. But anyways, moving on, I actually wanted to show you the other actress that is currently Lara Croft in the games. Okay, so that is Camilla Small, if I'm not mistaken. She voice acted and also motion captured Lara Croft. So she is great, guys. I mean, she doesn't, again, fit exactly the body type of Lara Croft. She doesn't exactly fit the face type of Lara Croft. She's much closer, and she's already played Lara Croft, and she's so good. And I do realize that we can't turn back the time and go and change the casting, you know, of Alicia Vikander. I'm just saying that such things need to be more looked at and not just like brush off. Oh yeah, Alicia Vikander. Like when I'm watching people like Grace Randolph, you know, people that report such news, she at least didn't comment at all whether or not she was fitting for the role or anything like that. Maybe she didn't want hate comments. Not that I want hate comments, but when I do think that something is important to be addressed, I will address it anyway. I will never get to please everybody. Like I said before, that's just impossible. So me as a person that just love movies and video games and have like several characters that I really care about, can just like not speak about that when I do have something to say about that. And I really think that such things, if we pay attention to them, they will get better over time somehow. If it's up to me, I will never cast Alicia Vikander in that role. But continuing, another picture, that lovely actress, and she really did a great job with the voice acting and the motion capture acting of Lara Croft. She's so good. She knows her stuff. And it was so easy just to cast her. She's lovely. She's literally lovely. She has charm to her. And Alicia Vikander, at least as far as I see her, she doesn't have any such charm. She's not as charming. She's just very cold, kind of a swan, you know, beauty, and nothing like Lara Croft again. So now let's move on to those pictures of the set, so we can actually see Alicia Vikander in the role. Okay, so first picture. I do know that all those images that now we are going to see, they're not flattering at all, they're just like in motion, but that doesn't mean that we are blind and we can't tell whether or not she fits Lara Croft as a type or not. And no, she does not. She does not fit Lara Croft in anything. Again, the fact that she is fit enough, the fact that she can wear those clothes, doesn't make her Lara Croft. She needs to be at least a bit more feminine, a bit more muscular, and not with that type of a face. Let's move on to the other picture. Yeah, here she's hanging from something. Never mind, again, never mind. I mean, that could be just anyone. That could be just anyone. And here again, I mean, if we cast people this way, literally anyone can play anyone. And why should we have any standards? But that's not correct. That's disrespectful to the characters once again. And she might play Lara Croft very well in the movie. She might win me over. Still, she will not fit physically that role, no matter how she plays Lara Croft. I could feel her, you know, more. She can grow on me. But again, visually, we can't change that. Okay, that's very uncomfortable. Yeah, poor Alicia Vikander, she has to go through all of that. But if this was me, if I had to do all the stunts, I would definitely not care how uncomfortable it is. I would prefer to do my own stunts. I'm just saying that because that's another thing that always bothered me with some actors, that they never do their own stunts. Of course, Keanu Reeves does Tom Cruise does. There are some very stupid examples, unfortunately stupid examples that I see in just, actors. Let's say, for example, with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she didn't do most of her fighting. The only thing that you can tell that it's really her, and when they are filming her like a bit to the side but still up front, so you can see that actually Sarah Michelle Gellar. But in the other scenes you can see that it's not her. Almost all the time it's just not her. Sometimes, when we have a bit more like a bit closer shot from the side, it's going to be her, but when it gets to the real like hoo-ha-hoo things, it's not her. So that's so annoying. And actually with Xena too, there's so many scenes that somebody just riding a horse and it's not Xena, and it's not Lucy. I mean, somebody is just walking and it's not her. And I'm like, Lucy, that's not really dangerous when you can walk, so they can film you. I mean, if I know that some other actress is going to just, they're going to just film her, and it's not going to be me, because why? Because I'm too cool or too what? I can't be there? What the heck is the reason? I mean, there could be a reason. She could be sick that day, but that's happened so many times in so many episodes that I doubt that she was. It's just something that actors like to do and just not care. But if it was me, I'll be like, I want the people to know that when they watch that movie, I want them to be sure that this is me walking or rolling around or just falling from stuff, hitting people, kicking their asses. I want to have some validity to that role. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to be in my trailer, not going to do anything today. Oh, Gary, we have scenes only from afar. Don't worry about it. Ah, yeah, I'm just going to sit here. Heck no. Heck no. I don't want to be some other girl like walking instead of me. And people are going to be like, is that her? It doesn't look like her. No, that's not her ass, I'm sure. Or even if it's not something like that, guys, it's just not right. I don't feel that that's right. So at least for those scenes that I can see now, I give props to Alicia Vikander that she actually is doing that, but maybe that's just because they're filming her face a lot here. Yeah, probably, but whatever it is, I still give her props for that. And she still doesn't look like Lara Croft. So that is pretty much, guys. I can go on and on, but it's really no use. I hope you got the point. Although, like I said, we can't change anything, but at least if we talk about it, if at least, movie studios these days, they know that people are very vocal. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's not a good thing, because the vocal part is bullshit. Excuse my language. But fans do know what they want, they do know their characters better than anyone, and if that's not respected, if we don't feel that that's respected, at least I am going to say something about it. But again, I'm not crazy, so I'm not going to boycott the movie, hate on the movie. The movie can still be the greatest, game movie ever. I just wish those things have more attention, and casting directors also realize what they're doing. All those movie studios also realize that they have in their hands something that's very dear to a lot of people. I mean, heck, so many people grow up with Lara Croft as a character in the games. So many people have their first gaming experiences with Lara Croft, actually. And one of the first AAA games that I ever laid my eyes on was, Tomb Raider, Anniversary, and Legend. So those games are very memorable in my mind, and the character and everything. And when I see such things, having her screw up already in terms of type and looks, it's just not right. I don't feel like this. It's not Alicia Vikander's fault, it's just whoever decides those things. But that to me speaks of not really paying attention. It just doesn't speak very well for the studio, for whoever is in charge of all of that. Whoever said, yes, she's a good fit for the role. Those things should be looked at. that's it, guys. Can't really say more about that. Just let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, be respectful, guys. We can have very normal, civilized conversation. We can disagree and agree and still be awesome and still be friends. Because that's normal. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Until next time with Get Reviews.